So let's talk about quel and ce. You've already used quel. You've used it in sentences like quelle heure est-il? Quelle est la date d'aujourd'hui? And when you want to know which homework, you might say quel devoir, madame? So we're going to look at this interrogative adjective quel. It goes before another word, a thing that you want to know what or which one you are talking about. Now remember, in French, we have masculine and feminines with all our nouns. We have singular and plurals. We have that also in English, but we don't have the masculine and feminine. So if I'm talking about which boy, garçon, and garçon is masculine, we are going to use quel, Q-U-E-L. That's the masculine form, okay? Now if I want to know which girl, okay, then I'm going to use the feminine quelle fille, quel garçon, quelle fille. So the masculine quel garçon, and the feminine quelle fille. Now we will also have the plural of both of those, okay? So we could have, of a masculine form in the plural, we would have quel, Q-U-E-L-S, and feminine plural, quelle, Q-U-E-L-L-E-S. So if you want to ask about your teachers, quel prof, okay, Q-U-E-L-S, prof. That would be if you only have guy teachers or you have a mixture. And if you only had lady teachers, if you only had female teachers, you would say quel prof, Q-U-E-L-L-E-S. Okay, let's look at this for a second. So let's look at these sentences, these questions that we've already used. Quel temps fait-il? Do you remember what that means? It means, what's the weather? Okay. So we're going to see if you can figure out whether temps is masculine or feminine based on our quel. Okay. And then quelle heure est-il? Do you remember what that means? That's what time is it? So we need to figure out whether heure is feminine or masculine, or maybe plural. Okay, these could also be plural based on quel. And then quel devoir avons-nous? What homework or what homeworks do we have? Okay, so we need to decide whether that's feminine or masculine, whether it's plural, feminine or masculine, based on the quel. So if you see quel in this form, Q-U-E-L, it is the masculine singular form. So we know that temps is masculin. If you see it in number 2, that's not going to work. The quel, Q-U-E-L-L-E, we see that that's the feminine singular. So heure is feminine, okay? Time or hour is feminine. And then down here, we see something really important. We can see this also in English. That S means it's plural, okay? So we know it's plural, but is homework masculine or feminine? We have the Q-U-E-L, so it's masculine and plural here. Because if we wanted to write the feminine plural, we would have to add the Q-U-E-L-L, then the E, then the S. Okay? So let's see if you can fill in the blanks. So choisissez la forme correcte de quel. So we have gant, which is masculine here. We have film, which is masculine here. We have chaîne, which is feminine here. And we have palme, which is feminine here. Now you also have to check and see if it's plural, if it has an S on it. So pause the video here and see if you can pick out the right form of quel. So with gant, We know that it's masculine, and we also see that it has an S over here. So we have to choose the plural form of the masculine. So quel is masculine, and to make it plural, we add that S. Quel gant tu veux essayer? Which gloves do you want to try on? Okay? And in number 2, we don't see any S here, and we know that it's masculine. So we don't have to add an S to that quel. We just use the masculine form quel, Q-U-E-L. Quel film est-ce que tu as vu? What movie did you see? And down here, for the chain, it's feminine. I don't see any S there, so I think I'm just going to use that feminine form. Q-U-E-L-L-E. Quelle chaîne est-ce qu'il cherche? What chain is he looking for? Okay? And then down here, I see that it's feminine, but I also see that there's an S. So I'm going to use the feminine form, quelle, but I'm also going to add that S on. Quelles palmes sont géniales? Which fins, those fins for swimming, which fins are great? Now, more importantly, I want to look at this ce and the different forms of ce. Ce is this or these, that or those. Okay? So we have ce, set, and c'est. I want to look at these because when I ask you the questions in this video, I'm going to be using quel. Okay? Quel chapeau, quelle chemise. Okay? And you're not going to hear a big change in the pronunciation of quel. But you do need to be able to use the right one to answer me. Ce chapeau, cette chemise, because it changes form depending on whether it is masculine, feminine, singular, plural, and also if it's masculine before a vowel, we have to be a little bit careful. That's a little different. So take a look at ce, set, and c'est. And try and figure out which ones you think go where. Which one's the masculine singular, which one's the masculine plural, which one's the feminine singular, and which one's the feminine plural. I suggest that you avoid the set for now. Okay? So take a second and look at that. Hopefully you paused it. And let's see. Now, if it's plural, it should have what on the end of it? Hopefully you guessed S. And there is only one that ends in S. So let's go ahead and put that for both of our plurals. Yes, the plural form is the same. And it doesn't matter whether there's a vowel or not. So just remember, for the plural, it is the easiest. It's always c'est. For the others, though, let's take a look. Which one do you think would be the masculine form? Hopefully you see that E-T-T-E looks like something feminine. But if not, let me tell you that ce is the masculine form. Set is the feminine form. Now there is a problem when we are using this ce before a vowel, okay? We don't like not having a consonant there. It just doesn't sound right. Ce homme. Okay, so cet homme, this man, okay, we would have to then use set before a vowel. Okay? So let's take a look. We have things that we like and we prefer. Okay? J'aime this movie. Okay? Do you remember what movie is? We saw that a little bit earlier. Movie, film, is masculine. So would you use ce, set? Which one of those would you use? I would say j'aime ce film because it's masculine and singular. How about this chain? Chain, as we saw with quel, is feminine, okay? And I only want this chain, just one of them. So what would I use? Did you guess that we would use cette chaîne? Okay, now let's look at some more. There are some plurals down here, okay? Je préfère. What do I prefer? I prefer these gloves. And as we saw earlier, les gants, okay, are masculine, and we're using plural because you need two gloves unless you're Michael Jackson. So, je préfère ces gants. So we also saw fins earlier, les palmes, and we saw that that was feminine. Now again, I need two of those to swim with, okay? So I will use a formal form. Je préfère ces palmes. See, it doesn't matter whether it's masculine or feminine, we're still going to use ces. And now we have this raincoat. Now, we haven't yet used this in this video, but in your vocabulary, you have an impair, an imperméable. I think I'm going to run out of space, okay? And it is masculine, okay? So what do you think you would use before imperméable, being that it's masculine and singular? Now, did you realize that it starts with a vowel? So what happens to se before a vowel? We don't use se, we have to add a letter to it for sound. We use cet, cet impair, cet imperméable. Now, let's use these in sentences. Let's use these as we clean out my closet. Time to throw out some clothes.